Hello everyone, in this episode we are going to pay a visit to Singapore's last surviving village, and before that we are going to have Singapore's national breakfast. If you still haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe so that you can be a part of my journey. Now let's go into the video. Any guesses on what could possibly be Singapore's national breakfast? Some would say nasi lemak, some would say roti prata, but I strongly believe bread toast with half-boiled egg and a kopi is the national breakfast of Singapore because of its health factor and simplicity. This is a simple breakfast which you could find in almost every coffee shops in Singapore. The tradition of kaya toast and kopi in Singapore can be attributed to the Hainanese, and one of the first was King Ho Heng, founded in 1919, which was later renamed to Killiney Kopitiam in the 90s. Kaya, which is made up of egg and coconut, is spread on the toasty brown bread slices along with a salted butter, and two soft boiled eggs are given along with pepper and soya sauce. This simple yet delicious breakfast can easily win hands down as Singapore's favorite breakfast. It was a very satisfying breakfast. Though it was not a grand or expensive breakfast, but it was healthy and satisfying. I had bread, butter, and kaya for the sweetness, coffee for the refreshment, and egg for the protein and for energy. Enough for me to go. Okay, now where we're going to go is we are going to go to the last kampong. Kampong means in Malay language village. The last village in Singapore. Very shocking, right? Singapore got village. Yes. This village is purposely preserved, and the people living there got no interaction with the modern world, and they are not exposed by the modern world. And the lifestyle over here is like you go backward in time to 1950s or 1960s. Even the postal code is also 4 digit, where in other part of Singapore everywhere is 6 digit, but the postal code over here is 4 digit. Very interesting, right? Okay, let's go and explore it. This episode is about time traveling to the 1950s. If you haven't seen my space traveling previous episode, please watch it now. There's the village, is the view from the multi-story car park. The weather is really in our favorite so far, though it's very hot, but when you're going road trip, even you can take even the heat, but if it's rain, it's going to spoil all your plan. So the weather is really in our favor. The village is very small, used to be 40 families, but now only 28 families are there, 28 houses. So if I go using my motorbike, it's going to be a very short trip and it's quite difficult for me to shoot videos. So I have parked the motorbike in the nearby HDB block and I'm going to walk for you. Okay? This is the single part passage leading to the village, the most frequently used way. I don't know how the American and European backpackers, they can carry such a big backpack and walk for few days. Not even for a single day cannot take it. The bag is so heavy and dragging me so badly. Actually normally I would only go road trip in a car, but now my car is in Malaysia, and since I'm stranded here, so I thought of doing it differently using my motorbike. But with this big backpack, it's quite difficult. Anyways, once all the border go back to normal, once I go back home, definitely you could expect more road trips with my car, with my family together. This Kampong Lorong Buangkok is also known as Kampong Selak kain in Malay, which means hitching up one's sarong or skirt. As people hitch up their sarongs to wade through the flash floods whenever the village experienced floods in 20th century of Singapore. The land in which the kampong is resting now was acquired in 1956 from Mr. Huang Yu Tu by Seng Teo Kun, a traditional Chinese medicine seller. At the point of purchase, there were only 4 to 6 houses built on the land. Later, he set up home in the village with his family. He started renting out land to people to build homes. The land was later handed down to his children, one of whom is Miss Seng Mu Hong. She continues to live in the village with her 3 nieces. Her 3 other siblings, who were the co-owners, have all married and moved out of the village. It slowly evolved into a kampong, a village. Initially, it was only having 5 to 6 homes, and then by the 1960s, 40 families were living here, but now only 28 families are living. The land size is also shrinking from 21,500 meters square, it's now half the size. The place really looks like a village, like the real kampong in Malaysia. It reminds me my hometown Taiping and the houses in Lumut, which looks very similar to this type of kampong style houses. There is also a surau here, which is known as a mini mosque for prayers. This village is well preserved. It looks like a large scale life museum. The people all living here are senior citizen, maybe the first generation or the second generation. We got to wait and see whether their grandchildren or even their children are going to call this a home. Okay, let's wait and see. In the past, there were so many plans by the government to develop this area, but all the plans were put on hold. Hopefully, this last village of Singapore remains forever. Just look at the houses made of wood, the roof made of metal sheets. It's quite shocking to see that Singapore we still have this kind of houses. That's why when my friend suggested to visit here, I didn't believe. Now it's so amazing. So you all better make an effort to pay a visit to this village. This village is like an extended family. Everyone knows each other personally. They trust each other to the extent that they don't even have to lock their houses. Nowadays, in HDB block and apartment, we don't even talk to our neighbor next door. The moment you step into this village, you can hear the clucking sound of the hen. People over here rear their own hen. There are some tourists too. Guess they would have just discovered this place just like how we discovered. This is really a hidden gem hiding among the tall, high HDB blocks. This is a place definitely worth a visit. So, guys, don't miss this opportunity. Visit this place as soon as possible. Check out my Instagram for more photos on this visit. If you like this video, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check out the link in the description for a Tamil version of it. And if you still haven't seen my previous video, you can find the link in the description. Thank you and see you on the next episode. Bye for now.